What's up, you guys? Coinbase slashes 18% of their workforce while everything seems to be crashing and burning. It's the 14th of June. I don't know if I'm going to post this today, but it is right now. What is it, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time as I sit here. Crypto exchange Coinbase slashes staff by 18% amid bear market. Does Tron TRX and Bittorrent BTT need to be worried? Do you need to worry that Tron's going to give the axe to a good number of their employees and affect their business? I'm going to give you the factual news on that during the video, but let me get into what's happening here with Coinbase. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong officially announced, because there's ripple effects in industries, right? So if there's so much carnage going on, is it really going to, hurt Tron, BitTorrent, USDD, and everything associated? Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong officially announced on Tuesday that he made a difficult decision to reduce the size of his Coinbase team by about 18% due to a starting economic recession. We appear to be entering a recession after a 10-plus year economic boom. A recession could lead to another crypto winter and could last for an extended period. I'm going to tell you also what I think about the crypto winter. Is it coming? How long is it going to last? And I'll share that with you during the video here, along with how I think these layoffs are going to affect Tron and BitTorrent and USDD and so forth. So, Armstrong emphasized that the firm has been growing too quickly, with Coinbase's headcount reaching 1,250 employees as of early 2021. According to the CEO, the team has grown 4 times in the past 18 months, and their employee costs are too high to effectively manage this uncertain market. So according to the announcement, all departing employees are going to receive support in finding a new role, including a minimum of 14 weeks of severance, as well as an additional 2 weeks for every year of employment beyond 1 year. Additional support includes 4 months of health insurance in the United States and 4 months of mental health support globally. Coinbase's massive layoff announcement came shortly after Armstrong took to Twitter on Friday to criticize its employees for issuing a public petition to remove some senior Coinbase executives in a vote of no confidence. The petition specifically called for the removal of Chief Operating Officer Emily Choi, Chief Product Officer Surojit Chatterjee, as well as Chief People Officer LJ Brock. According to the petition's authors, Coinbase's executive team have been making decisions that were not in the best interest of the company, its employees, and its shareholders. It's hard to know that for sure unless you're there internally. However, they had an IPO, the stock was through the roof. They depend on people buying and selling. If there isn't a lot of buying and selling on Coinbase, then the revenues go down. If the revenues go down, company's not worth as much, the stock price goes down. People that got in at the top in the 200 plus range, I don't remember where it was trading, but it was up there, they get slaughtered, everyone gets mad. That's how the story goes, right? Major United States-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, it's cutting its headcount among Bitcoin hitting its 2-year lows around 21,000. So Crypto.com CEO Chris Marszalek also took to Twitter on Saturday to announce that the Singapore-based exchange would lay off 260 workers, or 5% of its workforce. Despite some crypto companies reducing the size of their teams, others continue hunting for new talent. Binance, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, is still hiring, having more than 2,000 roles open for engineers, product marketing, and business developers, because they have a deeper business. And how did I start the video off? Tron TRX, they're also hiring. Why are they hiring? Because unlike Coinbase and many others, and Coinbase has a real business, it's not the point, but they have a deeper business. They have a gaming business. They have a business that's more multi-directional. Tron and USDD is not just backed on people buying and hodling the coins. And that is one of the things that makes them much stronger. So you should not be stressed out about their USDD stablecoin, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to check out and see what else is happening here. This came out about an hour ago, again on June 14th. Nothing issue. MicroStrategy CEO plans to hodl Bitcoin through adversity. Michael Saylor, who bought a ton, right, at 60 grand, 50 grand, 40 grand. Every time it dipped, it bought. He bought and bought more, and I think he even borrowed against, not I think, he borrowed against buys that he made when the price was way high. I'm talking about Bittorrent. Saylor stays calm as MSTR dips further. So, with the largest corporate Bitcoin treasury, MicroStrategy has felt the pain of this year's BTC price declines, at least on paper. I'll probably feel the pain of it in different ways also, because, for the obvious, the cryptocurrency industry is hitting everyone right now, but that's fine. It'll be fine. I'm a deep, big believer in the technology, but it's also going to affect Tesla, which I'm holding shares in there also, because they bought a ton load of it, right? And I think this quarter coming up, I'm going to trade out of it. I'm going to be happy to, even on the last trade I did, actually, if I can just get out at 800 and then buy back in the lower sixes, I'll be happy to sit there and hold for a long time. And if, by the way, it doesn't see 800 for a while and it just stays below, I'll just hang on. And as things change, because of course I can change my opinion depending on what's happening in the industry, I may just sit there and not trade out of it at all and just hold until it sees its next ascend to, I think, probably my next trade out there, not to get on the topic of that, but it kind of came up. I think if I don't do what I just said because things change, I'll probably be out at around 1,000 and then trade back in as it goes lower and then hold for the next great ascend, which I think is going to be happening in the next couple years. I think it's my opinion. I think it's a double. But anyway, this week rumors over a potential default on 205 million used to purchase those reserves intensified. Specifically, BTC USD dropping below 21,000 could trigger a margin call, potentially losing MicroStrategy its position if it did not respond with extra capital. And there you're talking about major capital. When MicroStrategy adopted a Bitcoin strategy, it anticipated volatility and structured its balance sheet so that it could continue to hodl through the adversity, he declared to his Twitter followers. That's what he was telling them. So Saylor linked to a previous tweet from just after May's drop to 23,800, which at the time was a 10-month low. In it, he outlined contingency plans, noting that even if all the available BTC were to be posted as collateral for the loan, implying a BTC of under 3,600, the March 2020 bottom, the pool of available cash would not end there. So this guy will go down with the ship. He's put in Sergeant Major money. For those of you, nervous about Bitcoin, again, yes, it's taken a big beating. Yes, it's gone lower. I believe it's only going to go higher and long term, and I don't know how long it'll take. Obviously, nobody does, but I think you're looking at something that's going into the hundreds of thousands, many hundreds of thousands of dollars. See you on the next video. Hope you're well.